Good morning and Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for joining us on our part six. Are we on? Five? I think we're six of Egg Watch. Now 2022, where we're watching a longfin Paleatus corydora embryo on day 5. Sheldon hatched last night at 11:40 p.m. Central. Congratulations to Bex for winning the Stir by Corey plushie from KG Tropicals. She guessed closest to Sheldon's hatching time. So that'll be shipped out to you shortly, Bex. And to everyone else who hasn't put in a hatch time for little Eggbert here, he was laid the same day in the same row with Sheldon. So they should have already hatched. But if you haven't put in a time for Eggbert yet, please do so now with your time zone, please. Hello, Patty. Good morning, love. Good morning, Stillinia. Debbie Holding. Father Fish. Good morning. Mary Page. I hope you're feeling better, lady. Thank you guys for joining us in here. Castillo, Sandy Farrell, all of you wonderful, wonderful supporters. Geek Boy, Michael Long. See, am I missing anyone up further? GRB. Good morning, Jeremy. Michelle Kinsley. Good morning, love. Thank you all for joining us this morning on this continuation of Egg Watch 2022. Let's go, Eggbert. Foxy needs some sleep, guys. These naps aren't cutting it. But we will continue live streaming up to and including the hatching of little Eggbert here. And then I'm going to hibernate for a while. Alan Tooth, good morning and Happy New Year, love. He says, good morning, Roxanne. Little Eggbert is still hanging in there, huh? I predict that he will be hatched 11:45 a.m. Central Time. All right, Alan Tooth, I got you down for that. Thank you very much. How are you doing this morning? Alan Tooth, you just keep resting up and make sure you're staying hydrated, and you'll be right as rain in no time. I'm glad you're coming through it okay, though. Good morning, Yellowstone, and Happy New Year. How are those little mono babies doing? Do any of you have any plans for today, for New Year's Day? Is there any special dinners that you guys do? Any special traditions? Alan Tooth says he's having black-eyed peas and collard greens with ham hocks, and I am going to have some barbecued ribs with my parents. Alan Tooth, reading that, I just gained 10 pounds. That sounds delicious. Yellowstone says, no real plans today, but hanging out with my wife and baby. Yellowstone, that is more than all you need. Sounds like a great day to me. Oh, that's adorable, Yellowstone. You're making Mickey Mouse pancakes for the little one. I tried that a few times, but they never come looking like Mickey Mouse. Alan too says, not sure about the north, but in the south was to bring good luck and prosperity if you eat black-eyed peas and collard greens, and it's one of my favorite combos, even though I'm from northern New York. Well, it sounds good, Alan too. There are some traditions in the north, but I don't think there's any like general tradition. I know some people believe eating pork is like a, I don't know, brings in good luck or health or something. We don't do those things.
Where did you live in New York, Alan?
Normally we would just make turkey or something, but we still have plenty of leftovers from Christmas. We're gonna be hamming it out for quite a while. Oh no, the dog's turn now. Yellowstone says never tried, but we got a Mickey Mouse pancake pan for Christmas, so we're going to try that out. That makes it much more easier, Yellowstone. I used to try to hand draw it with using like a mustard ketchup bottle back when the day before they made those fancy pans and stuff. Yeah, they never came out looking like Mickey Mouse. I think they scared the kids more than anything. We don't want to eat monsters. Oh, goodness. Patty says, grease her up and you're good to go. Hello, Patty. Happy New Year. You doing anything special today, love? Besides greasing her up? Alan too says, oh, also I'm making Japanese milk bread dinner rolls, most amazing rolls you ever tasted, especially when slathered with soft grass-fed butter. That does sound delicious, Alan too. You'll have to give me the recipe for that.
How do you feed butter grass?
Grass-fed butter comes from cows that are exclusively fed on grass. He must enjoy the health food store, which means Alan Tooth's got some money.
I don't know. He's eating collard greens and ham hocks. I think
for tradition. But then he's making Japanese milk bread and using grass-fed butter.
Love collard greens, by the way.
They are delicious.
Grow them every year.
But not everyone can make them equally. Right, Yellowstone? That's what I'm saying. Alan Tooth has class. I'll probably just make the mac and cheese from the box and it'll taste like the box it came in. Happy New Year's, guys! From Kraft. Oh, goodness. Alan Tooth says, I lived in northern New York, a place called Potsdam in St. Lawrence County. I left there when I was 19 and I'm now 60. So it was many years ago, but that is where he still calls home.
I know where Potsdam is. I grew up in Watertown.
Peplin's a transplant too. Alan Tooth and I would have never guessed you were 60. That was wool right over my eyes. Such a small world, huh?
Yeah.
And Candice Dio says, Alan Tooth, Potsdam is a good 5 hours north of me. I'm in Steuben County on the PA border of New York. Steuben County? I never even heard of that county, and I've lived in PA most of my life. I was on the northeast side, the very northeast, and the border of Lackawanna and Susquehanna County. It was about a 30-minute, 45-minute ride to the New York border, upstate New York border from where I was. Yellowstone says he's never been to New York. Oh, Yellowstone, if you ever get the chance, I highly recommend it. Upstate is gorgeous. New York City is crazy. Long Island is fantastic. You'd love it. I also lived on Long Island for like 4 years. That I loved that probably the most. I lived a block away from the ocean or the marina, which the ocean's right outside of that. And I loved it. I loved it so much. But it's very expensive to live there. Very expensive. Canisteo counters with, I've never been to Montana. Neither have I. The Mississippi River is the upper Mississippi River, is the farthest west I've ever gone. And I just visited that for my birthday this past August. Peplin drove me out there so I could see it. And it was beautiful. Oh, to get to be able to see the lower part of the Mississippi one day too. Oh, Yellowstone lives in Wyoming. Canisteo close to Montana, but I live in Wyoming. Sandy says Potsdam is north of us. Very cool. I really thought this egg was going to hatch first. We even had a paramecium summoning party going on the top of it last night. There was so much biological activity around this little egg. And the other one hatched. And we're still waiting on this dude. But if you guys didn't see the live stream last night, shortly after midnight Central Standard Time, there was a ginormous glassworm wrapped around Eggbert, and a cherry shrimp came in and plucked it off and ate it, and you could see it eating the worm that was cleaning Eggbert behind Eggbert for a solid 2-3 minutes. That was an epic scene last night. Alan too says, Roxanne, how do I link the recipe into the stream? Those are the kind of things I don't know how to do. That's why I'm kind of hesitant on becoming a YouTuber, very literate with the techie side. Okay, Alan Tooth, in order for you to be able to link it, I would have to make you a moderator. So give me 1 second and I will go over to the YouTube side and I will make you blue, love.
Cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste.
And if you guys have any, please consider hitting that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. But you should be blue now, Alan, too, so feel free to post that recipe.
Is that the Japanese milk one?
Yes.
Milk, or
the milk bread and the grass-fed butter.
Grass-fed butter.
Yeah. I know, you're going to be tickled by that all day.
All day.
Just the thought of it, grass-fed butter. Just a block of butter.
Butter with a piece of grass.
A chunk of butter just slowly pulling in a blade of grass. Oh, you can tell we're sleep deprived, guys. Oh, no, Katie.
Gracie?
Be right back, guys.
Called harassment.
Yeah, kitty. Alan G said, you grew up in Watertown. That's awesome. That's not that far from Potsdam. We used to go there all the time, going to the airport and the Thousand Islands, of course.
Yep.
Good morning, Griffin. Happy New Year's. Good morning, Michael. ADHD. Good morning, love. Happy New Year. Yes, let's go, Eggbert.
Morning, Steph, Sandy, Griff.
How are you guys doing this morning? Ellen, she said, thank you, Roxanne, for the compliment, but some days I do feel it, but generally I feel like I may be 30. Alan, too, give yourself some slack. It's all a learning curve for all of us. But I gave you a wrench, so you're able to drop that link for that bread. There shouldn't be any issue here. So on my channel, you can drop links to things you find fascinating, but you won't be able to drop links for other people unless they also make you a moderator. What counts? Live in Cody. Canisteo said, do you live near Cody? I have a good friend in Cody. Ray Hatfield is a world-class taxidermist. So what will you all be doing to start off your new year right today?
Standing on it.
Come on, Eggbert. We're going slightly delusional. It's so fun, though, honestly. just to have like a sense of camaraderie with people that are also cheering on Sheldon and Eggbert. My fellow nerdlings, I greatly appreciate you guys. Alan T said, now that you mention Long Island, I do hear a little Long Island accent in your voice. Yeah, I was only there for 4 years, but it like really drilled itself in there, Alan Tooth. It usually sticks to things like water, which I try not to say, so I end up saying water. There's just a few words you'll catch me on. Griffin, you better not. Griffin, that's not even funny. Shame on you for that. You better not be doing that.
It's coffee.
It better be coffee, because if it's not coffee, you're like, no, it's Red Bull. What you gonna do about it? I'm gonna beat your butt is what I'm gonna do about it. Sandy says, I'm making zucchini for all the ecos and cleaning tanks. Awesome. That sounds like a good way to start your year. Yeah, we should drop some zucchini. They're due for some veggies. The snailians, as Adele calls them. And Canastillo says, yep, the Yellowstone that's raised place. I own Civco fur and wheat tan for taxidermists all over the U.S. That's really cool, Canastillo. Sandy has plecos. No worries, Sandy. It's been a long, interesting, I don't know. It's the beginning of the new year, so technically, what is it?
Long train trip.
Especially since Wednesday at midnight, since I started streaming. What is it, Saturday morning? We're still streaming. I'm not trying to break Big Easy's streaming record. I think he was at 90 hours. I don't want to do that.
He did it continuous, didn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's probably pointless.
Like, I have to break it down so I could save the footage. I don't want to lose any of this footage, but it's back to back to back to back to back. So to me, they're continual because I don't get to lay down in between. Griffin says he drives better drinking canister. What does that even mean?
Yeah, hey, buddy.
You're drinking water out of your canister filter or something? A healthy couple, do ya? Good morning, Petro Man, and Happy New Year, love. What are you going to be doing today to bring in the new year right? Start the new year right. We already brought it in. It's already here.
Petro, good morning, man.
Alan 2 says, and then when the snail came in right when he was getting ready to get out of the shell and the snail kind of popped him right out. That is that common, Roxanne. Snails come right in when they're hatching. Yes, Alan 2, the snails can smell
The inside of the egg.
yeah, the liquid. What is that called? I can't think right now. My brain's
Afterbirth.
It's not afterbirth because it's still in there. The fluid. What is it called? Ladies, help me out. What is that called? That stuff. They can smell when it starts to escape the egg membrane, and they'll actually smell like the deterioration of the egg membrane. Their scent is extremely strong. And they just, they'll plow right over. But they have to find the egg first. Normally, they're not like right up there. So normally there's a healthy like infusoria dance party right after the egg hatches. And then the snails like eventually find the egg and eat it. But the pygmy corydora egg that we watched, shrimp popped it through its ephasial plating and birthed it. Sheldon, the snail, popped him out last night. So let's see if Eggbert can be one of the few poor babies that can just come into the world peacefully and gently, and everything will leave him alone. Excuse me. Petroman says, Happy New Year. Water changes on discus tanks. Very nice, Petroman. What types of discus are you keeping? I know that you are the discus man, but I never did ask you what types of discus are you keeping? Embryonic fluid. Yes, thank you, Yellowstone. Embryonic fluid. My brain is not, it's not there. Yeah, Alan too said, Here I go. I'm going to try to link the Japanese milk bread recipe made into dinner rolls. Each batch makes 9 dinner rolls. Or you can make a loaf of bread. I'm not trying the actual loaf of bread yet. Okay. And look at that, Alan Tooth. It came through. Congrats on your first linkage. See, when you work together with people and you tell them what your issues are, it's easier to work together with them. Work through them together, I should say.
I'm gonna work too.
Open link and new tab. Yes, it works. It works. Look at that. Oh, that's a word. Hokkaido method. Hokkaido method. They look good though. Definitely gonna have to try them out. Thank you so much for that, Ellen, too. Yes, you did it. Woohoo, exactly. We encourage the growth of all of the fish fam here. Even in the smallest of ways. Ellen too's like, okay, sit down, Roxanne. I got a lot of issues. It's all right, Ellen Tooth. I got a lot of time. I am Mary's daughter, after all. Oh, yes, I should probably say good morning to this little tank over here.
I had to turn that off. I looked over, I seen that light still.
Oh, I left it on last night. Oh, this poor CO2 tank.
I turned it off.
It's not doing bad though. Look at all that growth in there. There's almost no algae. There's only a couple leaves of the. I'm sorry, guys. Me and Peplin are discussing this tank. There's only a few leaves that have some algae on them, but those are old leaves I need to remove anyways. And all the Ludwigia ovalis is growing out of the water, which I love that. And there's tiny little islands of frog bit. So the emeralds are very happy in their magical overgrown forest. Good morning, Mary. How are you feeling, my love? Has your fever broken yet? Tooth said, make sure you don't add too much flour. The dough is kind of sticky, but it doesn't really stick to the counter too much because there's a lot of butter that's worked into there. Well, thank you for that tip, Ellen Tooth. I noticed that when Japanese type bread tends to be more of a sticky type consistency. And Mary, what are you and the family doing to start off the new year right? Petra. Well, I hope so because she had 100 and some fever yesterday. Petraman said, I have wild and first generation. I have 11 left. They are all brothers and sisters from my last batch. The mother is now 5 years old. She is a wild from Jack Watley. The babies are from February. Oh, that's awesome, Petraman.
That's what I want to.
Yeah, Jack Watley. Yeah, his discus are gorgeous. I've been stalking his website a little more often than you realize.
When I grow up, I'm going to get some Jack Watley.
When you grow up. You hear that, Petro Man? When he grows up and he's a real boy, a real man, you'll get him some Jack Watley discus. Mary says, still got a little fever. I keep falling back asleep. That is not normal. Mary, do you still have your gallbladder? Because if you don't have your gallbladder, you need to go get seen. Or if you do still have your gallbladder, you need to go get seen. But like getting you to go to the doctor is like, oh, the most difficult thing in the world. Kitty cat. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. There we go. Let's see. I tried. You're better at that than I am. Petroman said Mary Page got to see them feeding off the parents when she used to be on Father Fish. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Alan 2 says, good morning, Mary. Yes, that's the issue I have. I sit down to watch movies and shows on YouTube and I end up falling asleep without even knowing it. I need some of that bread, Mary says. Egbertius.
Happy New Year, Pigeon.
Happy New Year, Pigeon and family. Give the little ones and your wife a smooch from us. What are you guys doing for today to start the new year off right? Mary says we are getting ready to go house sit my son-in-law's parents' place. I'm not wanting to leave home. Oh, Mary, I totally understand. And I know you're still probably not feeling very well. And Yellowstone says, I've been talking to Tammy with discus toss. Talk about them. Oh, okay. Petroman said, I have 3 pairs, brothers and sisters, going to let them breed in the spring. If you guys want some babies, I'll send you some in the spring.
Mm.
That would be really nice, Petroman. All I ever hear about is Petroman's discus. If you have a question, go find Petroman. Mary says, ADHD says, I just turned the volume up. I didn't know you all were talking. ADHD. Yeah, I started talking a little while ago. Normally it's silent stream because we've been streaming since midnight on Wednesday. And Foxy can't talk for days. But when I'm here, I'm chatting. So thank you for turning the volume up and listening in. Mary says, I do have my gallbladder. It has given me trouble before it's something. Yes, Mary. So that's my concern, is just to go get your gallbladder enzymes checked. Yeah, I love that name. Lemo. Makes me want to say Lemily. That's how I used to say Emily when I was little. Lemily. Vision says drinking coffee and chocolate milk bottle and holding each other. Aww, that's so cute. ADHD says Petroman feed his viscous blackworms. They are spoiled. Oh, that's no problem, ADHD. They'd be fed the same thing here. We tried beef heart with our discus, and they weren't into it. Petroman, have you ever known discus to not like beef heart? Because our discus prefers either the live blackworms, live brine shrimp, or the bloodworms, but they're not a fan of the beef heart. Yes, Mary. Petroman does have some amazing fish. I remember seeing them on Father Fish too. Petroman says, yes, Lemmel, I get 1 pound of live blackworms every week for the spoiled discus from Eastern Aquatics. Oh, okay, that's your source for your blackworms? That's good to know. ADHD says, yep, Lemmel is a nickname for my name, Emily. Lemily was a typo on the group chat, and that's how my nickname was born. Well, I used to have that speech impediment, Emily, so Lemily was a thing. But it was really bad, so it was like, when I was little, it would be Wemily, because I couldn't say my R's, L's, or W's. So no one ever knew what I was saying up until like 4th grade. Alan Tooth is saying, has anyone shipped blue German rams and epistogramma cockatoides? I have a gazillion of both and need to get rid of them.
Blue
German blue blue German rams and epistogramma cockatoides.
We don't have any rams.
No, we don't. But have we shipped them before? We know how to ship, Allen Tooth. And we don't have any blue German Rams. Do we have cockatoides?
They have a male.
Yeah, the male isn't in the living room, is he? I think we have one cockatoides, so we could use some of those too. But we could teach you how to ship. There's also places that might actually bag up the fish for you, but you'd have to search those ones out. Not everywhere will do that for you. But it's really not that hard to learn how to ship. It's just nerve-wracking because you worry about them the whole time. Let's see. Geek boy. Yellowstone says, Petraman, yes, I don't feed beef heart. Okay, Petraman. Yeah, we tried beef heart with them and they did not like it at all. ADHD says, Geek boy microscope coming soon. I'll dedicate the video to you. Oh, that's awesome, ADHD. ADHD also says, Petraman, I wish my black worms could reproduce enough for me. I think I'll go buy some more today. Alan Tooth says, I'm wondering how I would ship them because they're used to 85 to 86 degree water and it's 6.0 pH. Also, that would probably have to be an overnight shipment and some with heat packs, well insulated heat packs. Peplin is suggesting overnight and possibly 2 heat packs, Alan Tooth. ADHD said, I used to call my cousin Shanna Santa when I was a kid. She hated it. For some reason, I also couldn't say the name Katrina, so I used to say Train. If your name was Katrina, you were called Train when I was little. And it wasn't Train, it was Twain. Okay, ADHD is saying, do you guys know how to pronounce that word? It's a goodie library. That.
Characotton.
I want to say Shaka Khan, but I know that's not right. Charakodon.
Characotton.
It's probably Coden because of the single D, Charakodon. Also, Google will pronounce words for you too, Lemel. But they won't always be the correct pronunciation. But you could give that a try. I'm not sure, love. I'm just guessing. Petro says they eat too much for me to reproduce them. I don't mind buying them every week. Those are my babies. Just ask Kevin. He says they are very spoiled like him. Vision says I brought some black worms from my own culture, but it was a small amount. I saw the worms yesterday in a serious migration or something. Really, Vision? Yeah, those black worms you brought, the axolotls loved them, the angelfish loved them, the rope fish loved them. The cories, like I spread a little bit of those worms around everywhere. Everyone went bananas for them. So thank you so much for that, Vision. Yellowstone's like, I need some black worms. We really should have our own culture of them. Petroman says, Lemma, I change the water every day in the blackworm container, which is a large, low Rubbermaid container with remineralized discus water, which I keep in the fridge. Interesting. Alan Tooth says, I guess maybe selling them at a local fish shop might be the solution. I know one of the fish shops said they don't have 6 pH water, so they don't want them, but maybe I'll try a few other places. Maybe another good person to talk to about that as well. Alan Tooth is Father Fish, so since he is in, I don't know how close he is to you. I don't know how close Tampa is to Father Fish, but he's at least in the state, and maybe he would know more resources for you to use. And Mary Beth said, I'm beginning to think Eggbert is not coming out. Shy Hatcher. Mary Beth, I'm not sure about Eggbert, but he needs to done get out of there now. And Sandy says, if you want a pound, you can order them, but the LFS, they're only getting 1/3 of what they usually get. Oh, of the blackworms. Petroman says, been buying blackworms for years from them. Used to buy them from California. I think they burnt down from the fires in California, but my discus are now 6 to 7 inches. They will be a year old on February 12th.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's some impressive growth. So maybe there's some secret magical goodness in blackworms with discus growth. But also, it's okay. You guys will hear Bear Bear yipping, not just her song of her people in the background. It is morning here on the compound, guys, so all the animals are fluffing up. And I said fluffing up. Carl the Akara needs to get fed today. Carl! We found some more CPD fry in the CPD adult tank. The tank where CPD fry should not survive, but there's some booping around in there. And we have another. Oh, hold on one guy. Sorry, guys. Bear Bear needs to go outside, so Peplin's gonna go pull her out. She's a very, very big doggy, and she likes to take you for walks, so he has to take her out for us. Good morning, Sandy Diamond, and Happy New Year, love. I hope your rest was well. She says, good morning, Happy New Year. Are you continuing on hatching watch? Yes, Sandy, we are. We're continuing on hatching watch. We're continuing watching Eggbert up till he hatches. And then we will end the hatching stream and get some much deserved rest. So up until Eggbert hatches, I will be here with you guys. Sheldon hatched last night at 11:40 p.m. Central. Eggbert was actually placed on the glass before Sheldon, so I don't know what Egbert's problem is, but he needs to hurry up. It's funny because we have one baby born in 2021 and one baby born in 2022, well, soon to be. The more he wiggles, the more he weakens that egg membrane, the quicker he'll be out of there. So here's hoping he gets a dance party soon. Vision said, "Don't tell me that." Don't tell you what, Vision. Petro says, "Sandy, they cut people down to 1 pound." Oh, okay. Vision said, "Lurking." Yellowstone Vision is in Wisconsin, down by Milwaukee. Right? Am I right? Milwaukee. Yeah, I'm still learning my geography over here. Sandy said, "Good morning." No kidding. I absolutely respect your patience and level of care. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I'm happy that you guys just don't think I'm batshit crazy. I might be that too. It's Saturday. I'm gonna curse a little bit. That's not the worst word. Petraman says, "Roxanne, what night do you and Mary Page stream? I have to work nights every other week in the winter." Petraman, we stream every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for the Hot Mess Express. And it would be lovely if you are not working then, if you could join us. I know Mary would love to have you and Chad and I as well. It's nice to see you around. Truly enjoy you. Let's see. Petraman, and Sandy says, "That is where I'm getting mine every 3 weeks." Okay. Petra says, "Sandy, I have been buying from him for years. Very nice people." Thank you for that link, Sandy. I'll open that in another tab so I could save it. Now, how clean are these cultures? Have you ever had any issues with any other types of parasites in the worm cultures through these people? Alan Chu says, "I know Father Fish wants them. He's an hour and a half away from me. I used to work at his shop last year." Well, that I don't know if that's a feasible ride for you to part with them, Alan Tooth, but that is an option. Sandy says, "I lost sleep for over 6 weeks, getting up at 2 and walking out to paddock to check on pregnant mare." Aw, I would have slept in there with her, Sandy. That would have my thing. I'd be like, screw the walking back and forth. I'm bedding down with you, Bessie.
You'd probably be live streaming.
Yeah, probably. No, I wouldn't do that. Hatching eggs is different. Full on horse making a horse. No, that's too no.
Not the making of the horse.
When a horse is giving birth, it looks like it's making yet another horse. It's 3D printing another horse in real time. I think YouTube would probably frown upon that. Oh goodness. Oh, Sandy, that's very sweet of you. She's like, "So I don't consider you crazy at all."
Yeah, that's nice.
Thank you. There's one person out there. I appreciate you, Sandy.
She did just meet you, though.
True. If anything, I'm overly silly. Petroman said, yes, you get flatworms and leeches. The leeches will stick to the bottom of the plastic Tupperware. You put them in so you can take them out when you clean the water. Good to know, Petroman. Mary Beth says, I have been chatting more than lurking lately, and my family freaked when you all started to say my name. And my 7-year-old thinks I am cool now because someone on YouTube said my name. Too funny. Aww.
Mary Beth.
That is adorable, Mary Beth. But yeah, my family, when they would hear my name said or something, they'd look over like, why are they saying your name? Because I'm talking to them. Sandy says, there was no place for that, or I would have slept in barn many times waiting for foals. Aw, Sandy, yeah. It's just, it's like that motherly urge to just be there and make sure everything's going to be okay. I totally get that. Come on, Egbert, give us a little wiggle jiggle or something. He was twerking yesterday, guys. When the parameciums were doing the summoning party. Yeah. You seen any tiny French fries? Oops. Oh, puppy heard your keys. 1 second, guys. Alrighty, Puppy is done singing the song of her people for the moment. Sandy says, if it's okay, it's great, but every once in a while it goes south. Exactly, Sandy. Exactly. And those are the times that have you the most concerned for all the times. Freak you out. That once in a thing freaks you out for all of them. There's still some baby parameciums, but that worm won't be coming back. Maybe he'll get another worm visitor. But that was insane last night.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
That worm was like, this is my egg, and this egg is mine.
So
I call it my egg.
Too.
And then we go silent, and then this massive cherry shrimp comes in and is like, nope, on this egg, this worm is mine, and I'm going to eat it like spaghetti right in front of everybody. Yes, I hope Mary Page is feeling better. She says she's about to go house sit for some family. That woman never stops, and she never takes a break, and she's always thinking of others, even when she herself is not feeling so well. So Mary, gotta take care of yourself. One day, I'm going to actually get footage of my crocodile toothpick fish to show you guys that they truly exist.
Good luck.
I know. That's the hard part. That's why I haven't done it yet, because I can't find them. They're in there. I've seen them, but I've never seen them when I have the camera. So I don't know what I do. I just show you guys the empty tank where they're in.
You could draw them on the glass.
This is what they look like when they're out. Butcher Man says, remember what Father Fish says, starve them fish and do 80% water changes. Petroman says, I don't starve mine. They are too spoiled. Yeah, Petroman, we don't starve ours either. We want ours to breed so we can condition them with lots of live foods and frozen food. They get quite a variety. I think that's why everything's always given as bibis. So when do you guys think Egbert will pop out today? Bless you. It's 10:42 a.m. Central Time now. He's not so active at the moment, but he is more than ready to get on out of there. The original eggs that we missed hatched during ladies' night initially. Last night, Sheldon hatched at 11:40 p.m. Central. So on average, they do tend to hatch in the evening. Petroman said, yes, some people get the wrong information from him. Never starve the fish, just don't overfeed. Yeah, oh yeah, I don't overfeed. It's a healthy balance. And if you have a healthy environment and you accidentally overfeed once in a while, you have the environment there to settle things back down. But starving them.
That's where the snails come in.
Yeah. I would feel so bad. I know I attach human emotions to my fish, but they pay me in babies for feeding them. So I don't know. I couldn't live with myself if I made them go for longer than like a week without feeding them.
I'll skip a day, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Not on all of them either.
Yeah, and some fish are just pass-through fish. They have very short digestive tracts, so the food that they eat doesn't stay in them very long. And yes, they could possibly go back and eat that same food 5 times. But it doesn't mean that they're going to get all the nutrition they need out of it.
The baby.
There's one of the babies.
That might be, what's his face?
That may be Sheldon. No, well, no, his egg sac is a little too small. He's probably a day before Sheldon. Oh, look at that little baby. Beautiful. Mary Beth says, ew, I just stuck my thumb in a fresh mystery snail clutch. Aww. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary Beth. That happens a lot more than you think, especially when they're freshly laid and they're still smushy. John Larson says, still going strong. I had noon today, 3 more hours. Yes, John, Eggbert is still going strong, but Sheldon hatched last night, thank goodness. And once Eggbert hatches, then we can finally conclude these streaming and we can get some much deserved rest. Alan Tooth said, Roxanne, you're a giggle monster. Yeah, I am, Alan Tooth. Even before coffee, it's just more maniacal then. Sandy said, oh, how cute. They really are, Sandy, and they truly look more like tadpoles when, like, their first week of life. They're so cute. And John Larson said, skinny fish are unhealthy. If you overfeed, that means you have to clean the tank more often. Yes, John Larson, that's why I say just figure it out. Find your healthy balance. I mean, there is no set what to do because every tank is unique. Every water source is unique. Everyone's setup is unique. Even like us having all these tanks, they're still different from tank to tank. I mean, they vary slightly, but there's still that variance there because there's different setups and different tanks, different fish. They eat different things. So yeah, you just need to find what best works for your aquarium environment based on what your fish need and what your tank can handle, your water change rate. Make sure your bio load can handle it. And snails help. Snails. Snails. So I really want snails. Mary Beth said, I love the giggle monster. Makes me smile when you giggle. Oh, thanks, Mary Beth. Oh, there was a wiggle. Come on, wiggle it a little more, Egbert. Let's go, Egbert. Come on, puppy, sing with us. Let's go, Egbert. Petroman says, when I when my discus were babies, I would feed them 5 times per day on live baby brine shrimp. That's why I can't let these eggs hatch. No extra time for the extra care they need at this time. I totally understand that, Petroman. I normally feed my CPDs 4 to 5 times a day when they first hatch as well. And I find that they grow up fastest and color up quickest going about it that method as well. But yeah, sometimes you just don't have time to feed them 5 times a day. John Larson says yes, but it is okay to skip a day 1 time a week. That way the fish can clean themselves out. Totally agree, John. We have fast days here. Even the snails get fast days. But they don't really fast because they just go around licking everything still.
Right, they're cleaning up the tank.
Yeah. I may fast the snails, but they don't fast. The only time I truly fast that snails are truly fasted is when they're taken out and put into a different aquarium if we're fasting them for shipment. Then there's absolutely nothing in there that they can even kind of graze on so they can clean themselves out. Because what annoys me most is it's not bad, but I don't want to receive something like this. But when you order mystery snails and they come in the bagging type material, that polyfill stuff, and they haven't been fasted, there'll be a whole bunch of poop in that fill. Whereas when I send out my snails, they haven't pooped. They come in clean fill, and that's what I want people to handle is clean snails that haven't pooped all over themselves and are happy and they wake up fast, and they do best when fasted and shipped, and they wake up faster too because they're hungry, so they want out of that shell. John says I only do 50% water change. Anymore, it could break the balance of the tank.
City water, huh?
I guess so. We have well water, so it all depends on what's in what tank. Some tanks can get a 500% water change if needed. Other tanks just get topped off, or others will get like a 10% change. It all depends on what fish is where. The sensitive ones are paid a lot more attention to. Petroman says springtime is different. I'll set up 3 65-gallon tanks and let each pair breed. The first 2 weeks, they feed off the parents. Yeah, I think that's really cool how they nibble on their slime coats.
Up long.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's looking weirdly shaped up there.
Oh.
He's coming out.
There you go. We got a hatch, guys.
He's hatching. He's hatching. There he is. He came out. He's tails out at 11 p.m. Look at this. It's about time, Eggbert.
Just got away for a snail.
Yeah. Or for him to wiggle around one more time. Come on, let's go, Eggbert.
Wiggle.
Guys, if there's anyone streaming, just please let the word out that Eggbert is hatching. Please and thank you. Oh my goodness, there he goes. He's gonna pop out the top. Look at, you can see the
looks like
fluid.
A snail.
Yeah, you can see the fluid leaking out into the water column. Off. I think one more wiggle and he's gonna split himself right out of there. Sorry guys, bear with us. Manual adjustment.
Come.
I know.
So,
this is
stay in there.
Yep. It may be a little out of focus, but if we move it again, we might lose it. ADHD said, do you ship snails in wet paper towel or in a bag of water? No, ADHD, never ship mystery snails in water. I ship them in damp batting. But aquatic snails, like fully aquatic snails, like white wizards, they need to be shipped in water. Come on, Egbert. This is so exciting. 10:52. He's currently breaking out. There's no snails in the vicinity, right? You don't see any on the glass?
I'm coming out.
I want the world to know. Come on, Egbert. You can do it. You can do it. Oh my goodness. Wiggle it. Come on, guy.
Just
Come
a
on.
little bit.
This is a very exhausting process for these little guys. So he's biding his time, breathing. This is his first emergence. It's like an acclimation from his egg into the environment. So he's taking a moment, testing the waters, seeing if he likes it. That was a very big stretch. He's not understanding what just happened. And he'll probably do one more wiggle and be free. Come on, Egbert. Come on, little buddy. What you're seeing right now is actually his belly, his yolk sac, and his tail is just sticking straight up out of the top of the egg.
Oh,
Come on, Egbert.
flaps opening.
Yes, it is. Oh, here comes his little fins. He's really pumping now. He's probably getting ready to do one more push and then he'll be free. We're at 10:54. Come on, Egbert. You can do it, buddy. Oh, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. Wiggle. Come on, buddy. Come on, Egbert. Almost there.
Can do it.
Let's go, Egbert. That was like a twist action. Looks like he's having to drill a little bit. He might not be able to fully fit through the membrane yet. But I'm thinking one more good go and he's out of there. Maybe he does need the assistance of a snail. He looks a little stuck. Come on, Egbert. Come on, little buddy. You're almost there. He is ADHD. Egbert is fighting for his life. Everybody encourage him on. This is the make it or break it. This is the moment.
Up close and personal.
I have faith that he's strong enough and healthy enough to make it. But this is a very exhausting process for these little guys. You've got this. See, yeah, he's spinning. He's trying. He's trying. He just came out at an awkward angle of the egg. Normally they break about 7 to 9 o'clock.
Fighting against gravity.
Yeah, he broke high up in gravity, so he's going to have to struggle a little bit more. But he'll make it out of this. He'll just be a little more tired once he gets through. They can use up to 30% of their yolk sac just trying to escape from their egg. But that yolk sac will go on to feed them for 3 to 4 more days after they are hatched. Come on, Egbert, let's go, buddy. You've got this. You're strong. All that's left in the egg membrane now is his yolk sac and his head. Come on, little buddy. Give it 2 more good drills. I think you'll be out of there. I think he might get away with 1 more drill, but I think 2 more will really, I think 2 more. We'll see how much of a strength of a drill he gives next.
Drill, baby, drill.
Come on, baby. Yes, Rob, it's time. Eggbert is hatching. He's drilling. Oh, 1 more. Yeah, there's his heart. You can see his chambers pulsating, his little fin flapping. Come on, snails. Eggbert might need a little push. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alan Chu says, you are just a wealth of information, Roxanne. Thank you for sharing all your knowledge and experiences. Thank you, Alan Chu. I learned just like you all do. Just by experience and listening to others, and then trial and error. And I'm so happy I can share these types of experience with you guys. This type of stuff is where my heart truly is at. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. And Jeffrey's break on through to the other side. Yes, ADHD, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to tell the whole world about Eggbert and Sheldon. And feel free to share them so that the world can see them. I want everyone to be able to experience this. Come on, Eggbert, you got this, buddy. He'll start fanning rapidly right before he does another big push. There he goes. Oh no.
Oh,
he's got 1 fin out. Come on, Eggbert, you got this, buddy. Come on.
Over too.
Oh, there's a shrimp on its way. Maybe it'll help. Come on, Eggbert. Dun, 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 dun. And Eggbert has been hatched. 11 a.m. Central Time Zone. The shrimp couldn't wait to eat it.
Goodbye with a little help.
11 a.m. So almost 12 hours apart, these little dudes hatched. That is amazing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eggbert. Happy birthday to you. We're trying to find him on the substrate at the moment, guys. There he is.
Eggbert.
There's Eggbert. Baby Eggbert. There's baby Eggbert. Welcome to the world. Lovely. It's beautiful here. But you see how, guys, we were talking about he's more tadpole than fish when he's first born. You see his large black eyes, his beautiful long pectoral fins already, his large belly, which is where his yolk sac is, and his long trailing tail. And you can still see his heart beating. This is so cool. Oh, I've missed so much in chat. Everyone's chanting him on. Thank you for sharing out the stream, guys. And Eggbert is here. Happy birthday, Sheldon and Eggbert. They are born 1 day apart, 1 year apart. And he's off. Oh, and I think that honestly concludes the saga. Yes, these fish must sense when they're hatching, as last night it was the snail. Yes, they smell the fluid that's released into the water. But yes, he's here. Now I need to go back and check the time that everybody entered for Egbert. And there's the um shrimp in question.
No, that's the one.
That's not the shrimp in question. Oh,
that's the male.
Oh, that's the shrimp that popped Egbert out. Yes, ADHD, he is like a tadpole. Okay, I will go back through the people's names and I will announce who is got closest to the time and who is the winner of their very own corydora plushie, so they can have their very own Egbert at home with them. So bear with me one moment, guys. There's the remainder, what's left of the egg. We'll zoom in on that so you guys can see what kind of little buggies it brings in while I go over the list and see who's the winner. Be right back. All right, guys. Well, according to our screenshots for those who entered the time yesterday evening for Egbert to hatch, the winner was Geek Boy. He had 12 o'clock Eastern, and it hatched at 11 Central. So that makes Geek Boy the winner. Congrats, Geek Boy. You have won yourself your very own little Egbert plushie from KG Tropicals. I placed the order for them this morning, so they will be shipped here shortly. And as soon as they arrive, they will be out to you and to Bex. I want to say thank you so much to all of you guys that have joined us on this journey. It has been fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, and exhausting. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this epic journey of Sheldon and Eggbert hatching, developing, and hatching into the world. I'm glad that I got to share it with all of you. There isn't a better crew I've wanted to experience this with. Now, before we end this finally and not come back for a while, is there any questions? Any questions or anything anyone might have before we head on out? Because I'm gonna lay down for a while. I'm seeing a bunch of congratulations. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yes, Geek Boy, you're the winner. Congratulations. Crown Hill Half Moon, Patty. Let's see. According to the list that I have screenshotted, yeah, Crown Tail didn't make that entry last night. The one that The only one listed with the time during those screenshots during the start and stop time was Geek Boy. So Geek Boy is the winner. Geek Boy said it got me to bring my scope back up. Lots of fun. I'm so happy that this has encouraged others to not only purchase the microscope because it's extremely affordable, but it inspired you guys to look at things in your aquariums as well. And that's probably the biggest benefit, is that we all learn together through everyone. Each of us learn together. So that this has become more than I thought it ever would, and I'm just so very grateful for all of you that have joined us for this. Yeah, let me see. Geek Boy says, thank you for streaming this. You guys are more than welcome. More than welcome. Yes, and let's see. Alan Tooth, and very exciting. Sandy Diamond said, wonderful process. Thank you for sharing and your great work. You are more than welcome. Sandy said, I'm buying Bree one today. I highly recommend it, Sandy. I do have the link for the one that I use in the description. So you can choose that one, or you can search other similar ones from there. Amazon is an excellent source for these. And Patty says, this was great fun and I'll miss them. Yeah, Patty, it's going to leave a little feeling of emptiness there. But we'll be back Thursday with the Hot Mess Express with the lovely Miss Mary Page and myself at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. So that's always a good laugh there. Darlene says, oh, wow, I can get back to my life now. You and us both, Darlene. Lady Diane said, oh, I missed it by minutes. Good morning. And good morning to you, Lady Diane. Yes, it truly was great. Thank you all that have joined us on this epic journey. And I'm just so very grateful for all of you guys. Is there anyone currently streaming right now that I can send you all over to? Let's see, I have Jimmy P's. I think I see Jimmy P streaming. If you want to head on over to Jimmy P's Aquariums using hashtag
Baby New Year.
yeah, hashtag Baby New Year. Feel free to. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Go support Jimmy. He's an amazing person. And thank you all again. I hope you have a healthy and happy and peaceful, prosperous new year. And we will see you guys around the show. And love you all. Anything you want to say?
Stay classy, fish fan.
Have a good day, guys.